Everybody sing it. It's the end of 2025 as we know it. It's the end of 2025 as we know it. It's the end of 2025 as we know it. And I feel fine. No, I don't. I want to jump. I want to fuck you. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode. I got another one. Yeah, you did for free. Another episode of Discombobulated. We are here in Orlando, land of the free, home of the Mickey Mouse. I don't think I've ever been to this airport, and I'll tell you what, dude. I can tell the Disney World's nearby, and I know it's World because it's ORLD. And then the one that's in California or whatever is like, it's LA. It's like for land. And if you're like, that's wrong, then I'm like, well, I have to stop getting all of my information from the internet. But I am here. I'm in Orlando. I was just in Albany, New York, where when I left, it was, we'll say roughly 15 to 17 degrees. We'll say that. We'll say roughly 15 to 17 degrees. And then they are like, hey, you're going to have a layover for so long, you'll probably go outside. Unless you're what I would consider a psycho, someone who just sits in the airport for 4 hours and doesn't go get some fresh air while everyone brings their germs from all over the world. But I have a layover, and so then I go outside, and I almost threw up. I came from a place that was 15 degrees to Orlando, layover, come outside, 2 layers of pants on, 4. I had, I think, 4 layers of clothes on and a beanie. And then I get out in Orlando and I almost fucking vomited on the streets. I got outside and I was like, bleh. I looked insane, dude. I'm starting to like rip off my hoodie, but I can't because all the humidity is holding it to my fucking body. Help! And I can't hear out of this side of my head. I feel like someone shot Novocaine into my ear. I can't fucking hear anything because they're flying us around the country with no regard to human life whatsoever. Ladies and gentlemen, I would just like to let you know, sorry that we're delayed once more, but we will get you there again. I'm sorry that we're stuck here once more. By the way, you're about to go to Orlando, and you are not going to be able to hear on the right side of your head. Thank you so much. That'll be $642. But luckily, I'm following my dream, and I'm in Orlando for a time that's so short. You're like, should I leave? Or what if I leave and then I forget my suitcase at an IHOP to save $1 or $2 on fucking the food that I don't want to buy in there? Because it's all exactly the same. You can either eat Dayquil, fucking drink water, or get a smoothie that you have no idea what's in it. And you're just ordering because everyone else is rushing you. And you feel like everyone else is mad at you at the airport. Bob, no, I don't. I know I don't really either. But there is a moment where all the time you're just like everyone's just so frantic. Fucking yelling at kids. Kid falls down. I saw mom go, get up. What are you doing on the ground? She goes, being a parent's hard. I wouldn't know. I pull out. I pulled my wiener out. I'm kind of like, I'm like when I do that, I'm kind of like the hero in like an outer space movie. They're like, we don't have enough oxygen. I'm like, I'll get out of here. Leave it to me. Don't drop your water bottle down 5 stories. Oh my god. I don't remember what I was saying. I think I just said I pull out, which is crazy. 14 people listen to this podcast, and so they're getting like, dude, you guys are getting coffee that you're like, I can't believe they don't buy this everywhere. And I'm like, I know, but it's a very specific kind of a taste. Much like Dixie. I don't know. Never tasted any. Never even tasted my own. Am I still recording? You just gotta check sometimes. Sure the fuck am. How hot is my phone? Because we are. Oh my. God, it's on fire. All right. This might not be a long episode. Can I block it? Yeah, if I do this and then that doesn't look good. Fuck! You can't do anything these days. Were you just hiling Hitler? No, I was just reaching for something. You were hiling Hitler. I'm like, I was helping a lady get her bag. I was just reaching for. He did it again. It's really not like that. I'm not even trying to say it is. I'm just having fun. Are we not allowed? I almost shared something the other day that was like the jesters, like someone like we're allowed to live like outside of the realms, and we kind of like can make fun of everything with like no like cause. But it's like we really, I guess we can't. But I sure like to. I sure like to play around and joke because I don't have a real job. So what else am I gonna do? I got to practice kind of all the time. Dude, do you do this full time? Barely and all the time. And if you knew what full time, like you're doing this full time, I'm like, if $12,000 a year, shaking hands, thank you so much for having me for years. Then they're like, we're about to bump you up to headliner. Everyone in that town dies mysteriously. That's the life of a comedian. Oh, I've built up this whole following in Springfield. Can I do it? New management, new owners. Everyone else died. Can I just? I'd actually like to see your computer. They fucking break it in half. Who gives a shit? I don't. That's the new me in 2026. No, I give a lot of fucks. Oh, if I bend it though. Now you won't roll. Sorry, I dropped my water. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. Sorry, dude. I'm glad it didn't fall on anybody. My bad. I'm about to go to airport jail. And it was right after I was being such a fucking. Oh, look what I just figured out. Nothing. I really thought I just had something. Because I can't set, there's no ledge here, and I didn't want to set it on the side. Bob, you could have set it on the ground. I know, but it would have been out of frame, and I just. I'll do it. But who will upload the pod? Okay. Okay. Watch the next one. No, I mean, I literally feel like Two-Face. I feel like I can't, I feel like this whole side of my face doesn't work. I can't hear anything. I can only hear whatever. And I had to ask a lady at Southwest a question. I don't think Southwest is taking any questions right now. Hi, excuse me. The first flight got what? I was just wondering. Don't wonder. You either get on the fucking plane you were gonna get on, or you get the fuck up. Yes. And then you walk and you see a guy smiling, and you're like, "Can I ask you something?" They're like, "Yeah." And then you ask them a question, and they're like, "Actually, go ask her." So then you're getting like pushed around, and then you go back to the original person. And you're like, "Hey, I was just hearing." You're like, "I swear, I'll lose my job over you asking a question." Are you trying to get home right now? And riddle me this, bitch. They call you bitch. Riddle me this, bitch. Are you trying to go home right now? I bet you don't even have a home. How'd you know that? I can just tell by the way you walk. I can just tell by the way you use your walk, you ain't got no home. So if you want to complain, go talk to who you were talking to. And then she'll point you right back here. No, I just was trying to ask because like I saw that there's an earlier flight out of Houston, and I tried to ask if I could do that. And they were basically trying to somehow explain to me that it is physically impossible for me to take a seat, even if it might be empty. She goes, "You don't even qualify for standby." I'm like, let me get this straight. I don't qualify to go to a place I'm going to go a couple hours later if there's a seat. I'm not asking to sit on someone's lap. That would be insane. I'm not asking, hey, can I listen, will you have your husband can I know he's gonna go to sleep. Can I sit on his lap and buckle us in? I wasn't asking to do that. I was just like, hey, if there's room on it, can I get it? And she was like, I don't even know why you would ask that. She goes, you don't even qualify for standby. And I'm like, what do you mean I don't qualify? I don't. I'm the poorest guy at the airport. I swear to God, I qualified to go home. Mm-mm. You better go have the most expensive peanut butter and jelly sandwich you've ever fucking had in your life. You better go and grab food. What's the price on this? We don't even ask that anymore. Hey, how much is this? There's not even a person to ask. You can't steal. You're at an airport. So you have to go to the thing. You got to go to the thing. You ring it out. You're like, this is fucking stupid. And nothing changes. I guess later I'm going to have to ask if, like, there's no one down there. But that could have been pretty bad. That could have been pretty bad. Bobby, shut the fuck up. I'm so entitled. You know what? That is the only thing that seems like New Year's resolution is, which we all get real. Everyone's like, I don't really fuck with that. I don't really celebrate. And then you're like, Merry Christ. It's like we all sometimes, want to connect and feel. And that airplane's tilting real hard. What the fuck was I talking about? Um, Bob, that's the pod. What the fuck was I just talking about? Oh yeah. And so you want to connect, so people, you'll talk to people, and people be like, I'm not doing nothing for you. And then eventually you're like, I'm not doing anything. I feel like that's the vibe. And then eventually you're like, all right, I want to like do something, but I'm like, I'm trying to not put so much punishment on myself because I know that everyone does that. Everyone like beats the shit out of themselves. And I've seen other people be bad. I've seen people be so bad. I've seen guys, the other day, pastor, guy brought a bunch of kids out to a comedy show, like young adults, just saw online, he's in jail for touching one of them. There's no good in the world. You judge people, you're like, oh, well, he's a pastor. He's probably a good guy. Why is he hanging out with children? I had asked that. I was like, why is he hanging out with children? I was like, he's probably just like a good guy. I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't really like that. Like, I think kids are funny too, but you don't see me like hanging out. Like, you can't be that guy like hanging out, like fucking calling kids over. Dude, if I go from being in snow to getting sunburned, if I go from fucking, if I get fucking sunburned, I tell you what, I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm not even going to buy aloe. I can't afford aloe. Someone asked me if I got covered parking the other day. I was like, are you out of your mind? The car's covered. You get covered parking if you're going to leave your top down. Bobby, no one would do that. I've never had one of those cars. One time I flipped one and the top of it came off. That's the closest I've gotten. That actually hasn't happened. Then I don't want to put that bad energy out in the world. I really don't. I really don't want to flip my car. But you can't be hard on yourself anymore. We all want to feel, we all want to connect. And so sometimes to connect, you'll be like, yeah, I'm like a bag. I do this too. And I'm like, I'm just going to work on not doing that, but also not being a person who's like, and I'm a fucking bad bitch. Cause they're both kind of bad energies. And it's hard because then you also want to just be yourself. But I follow a lot of like people for like 2 seconds that are like, just be yourself. And then eventually you follow their page for a long time and you're like, okay, maybe don't always be yourself. Maybe be yourself when the doors are locked. Maybe be yourself once you can afford an apartment when no one's home, or do it and then just kind of keep an ear out in case someone does come home. Because you're listening to Cruel Summer by Taylor Swift and your male roommate just came in, and he might make fun of you for listening to Cruel Summer by Taylor Swift, but he also cried playing Red Dead Redemption, and that's a game where your horse dies. Bobby, I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry if I ruined a game for you, but I came in and he ruined it for me. I was like, what's going on? He goes, dude, my fucking horse is dying. I was like, back at home? It's like, in the fucking video game. But look at that sunset. I'm like, it is beautiful. Oh, congested. Dude, I think when I go in there, I might have to buy Afrin. Because I've tried all the stuff except for blowing really hard on my nose, because that doesn't feel like when you close your nose and just go. That does not feel good. It hurts my ears, and I'm trying to peace off. That's another thing about 2026. No. I think 2020, it just reminds you, you know what I mean? It just reminds you that there's like you're doing a lap. You know what I mean? It's like how when you got to run 4 laps to do a mile around the football track at your high school. You know, it's just, and every time you get around, you're like, all right, run down. So that's what the New Year's is. It's just supposed to be a reminder, and you can change if you want. But the thing is if you don't really ever change, don't put too much pressure on that change. Make little changes, like breathing more. Have you realized that? That's what everyone's doing now. Everyone's like, fucking, like the dude from Smosh I've been following since I was a kid. I saw an interview, and he has a tattoo here that says inhale. So that if he's ever looking in a mirror, he's like, fuck, almost forgot. And then other people see him and they're like, fuck, almost forgot. We literally have to remind ourselves. Like comedians have like, don't not be funny, like written on our hands because we have no self-control. No one has self-control right now, dude. And then the only people who do have self-control, here's the thing, you're just sober. Can we cut it out? Can we cut it out with, hey, I'm 1 million days sober. Okay, that is, hey, listen, am I sober? I am not. But when I was, I wasn't like a straight edge kid telling everyone, I'm like, yeah, I don't fucking do drugs. Because I drink with my father. He drinks. But like, if you're not doing that, that's fine. But just not doing alcohol, that's a weird way I put it, but just like not doing drugs or participating in that doesn't automatically just make you a better person. It gives you the freedom to make better choices. That's what it does. It gives you freedom. You live in America, you have freedom, but instead you choose to be like, I drink too. I drank the other night too, but you know what I had? One. And then I was walking on stage and I asked for one more. That's 2. In how long? Well over a week. But yeah, I'm kind of over that. The sober people being like, yeah, I'm sober. And you know what? Congratulations. I will say that. But some people always have this thing where they're like, I'm sober and I used to be such a bad guy. And I'm like, okay, cool. I've never done anything like that. I'm not a bad guy, so I can handle my alcohol, and that's fine. But I don't like tell everyone like how to handle their alcohol. So you don't need to tell everyone to be like so much better on the other side, just so you know. Like sometimes that does get crazy. And I'm not, if you don't do that and you're sober, you're one of the good ones. I think that's what you do. Like I used to do the same thing when I was a kid, is I would pray, but I wouldn't tell anybody. I would just have to like quietly. So low. I would just like have to say it under my breath and pretend I was exhaling, like just under my breath. Most of us, Christ, oh Lord, amen. I gotta see if we're still recording because I will be pretty upset. We are. Wow. But how hot is my phone? It's couldn't be hotter. Couldn't be hotter. My phone's on fire. Does that mess up the shot? I don't know her. Bobby, just do your fucking podcast. Can't fucking change everything. It won't last. You got iPhone coverage too, but you don't think it'll work for you. That's true. I got coverage, but I don't think it'll work. All right. I'm losing my mind, but I just jumped about 70 degrees in my life. Oh, sorry, it's not even 80. I think it's like 70. So yeah, I jumped for like 60 degrees and I'm not feeling well. Oh, I would kill to be there. I'm here and I came from snow. You wouldn't. Yeah, I would. No, you would be like, I'm ready to go back inside. It does feel good. And I can't wait to go in the shade and walk around a little bit. But to go from that cold to this is my body. No, it's not natural. We're not supposed to go anywhere that fast. Your body will acclimate, but my body gets here and it's just like, what the hell did you just do to us? We can handle cigarettes and vapes and all of that, but Bob, this is getting to be too much. Keep following your dream. Can it be maybe in a car? Maybe we slowly go from one area to another. Let the air slowly hit us. Not go from Albany to the airport, that dead air. I hate being there, dude. Just kids touching their fucking feet, fucking touching just the whole time I'm there. I'm like, everything's gross. Then you go to use the soap and everything, and nothing works, and you're like, I'm not gonna complain, and no one's gonna complain. So we're just all out of batteries, and this airport doesn't give a fuck about us. Where are you going, dude? Fucking don't get them somewhere and then cancel their flight. Get them somewhere and then be like, I'm sorry, you booked only get away. And that means that you have to get away from me, actually. So you have to get away from me and you can't ask me any more questions. Good luck. This is like as if you were playing the game Zelda, which I did watch a grown man play. I watched a stinky grown man sit next to me and he didn't look well. And so I don't look well either. I'm not killing it. I wear the same clothes all the time. So if I'm not doing well and I need a breather, maybe you shouldn't do that either. But also, maybe he wasn't on social media, so that's me being an asshole. Whenever I see an adult play a game and they're not like doing well, I'm always like, this is a slippery slope, brother, and I know it because I jack off. That's my PS5. All my other adult friends, they were like, yeah, we play games and just kind of takes up our time. I'm like, that's fine. I'm trying to remember what state I can jack off in. Because I go to jack off and the states are like, all right, send us a picture of your car. Send us a picture of your dick and you can jerk off. I'm like, oh, all right. Never mind. I'll go to the Temu fucking cheap version or whatever. The one that I think I'm almost out of videos. Bob's almost done jacking off. We're all trying to remind each other to breathe. I'm just trying to stop jacking. No. I do have a bit about that. About like I have buddies who will be like, yeah, I actually quit jerking off. I'm like, why are you fucking talking to me about that? Why was that something you thought that Bob needed to know? Why were you like, man, I haven't jerked off? And I want people to know. I want people to know that like I would love to. But I didn't, and instead of doing it, I'm gonna tell you guys about it. So now if anytime I have like a buddy who said that to me, he was like, yeah, I'm actually not jerking off. I'm like, that's fine, I'm jerking off enough for the both of us. You don't have to jerk off. I'm jerking off nonstop. I'm on a nonstop flight to jerk off town, and you don't seem to have a ticket. So get the fuck out of my face. You have to go check that bag. And even though I am poor, I do get to do what I love and kind of like skim by, and I don't have a family, which is nice. And the fact that I don't have any of that stuff does make me like I was looking around and I was like, dude. And here's the thing: I'm not, I don't know what that's called, but I'm not trying to be like, at least I'm not doing that. But like, whenever I see other jobs that I have had, like I have cleaned shit, I've had construction jobs, I've worked my fucking ass off at other kind of jobs. And I'm not just saying that; like I've literally been covered in fucking shit. Not shit. I wouldn't do that. One time I walked in shit, but like, and then you see people who are actually at work, and it's not something they drink. Like, no one was like, I really, dude, I want to clean cars. Like, you want to clean your car, but whenever I see someone who's doing like their job, I'm always like, dude, I mean, I'm so lucky. Bob's so lucky, but it's not luck. I'm what's it called? Demons on their eyes. Sorry, I hit the button because I squeezed this fucking thing too hard. I just couldn't bring my thing on the road anymore. What the fuck was I just talking about? I was having a good time talking too about jacking off. No. Oh, can we jerk off in Maine? Bobby, porn's actually very bad for your brain. There's not many things I do that are good for my brain. This job was not one of them, dude. I never. I'll be really low, and I'll not have money, and I'll work another job. I'll do whatever, but I'm never really like, I'm done. I'm gonna quit comedy. Like, so yeah, you just don't do comedy for whatever, make money, and then go back to. But for the very first time, the very, very, very first time ever, I woke up and there was like just some documentary about like the singer. And then he was saying how before he's like, I had all these people getting me dressed, and then now no one's getting it. I'm just in a room. And it was a beautiful room. He's still performing for so many people. I don't know what he's complaining about. I didn't watch. I just woke up in the middle of the night and like saw this. And then I was like, oh shit, dude. And I started to have that panic. And that's like the first time I've ever really had that. I've never really like a guy. I'm like, what the fuck? What does it all mean? What am I doing? I'm always just like, yeah, nothing means. It's just we're just having fun. But for a second, it kind of freaked me out that it meant something. It's so fucking hot for how cold I just was. I have shorts on. And then how am I going to get dressed to get back? I don't even want to think about it. Can't think about love. But yeah, good on you if you have a New Year's resolution, and I hope it's. I just hope it's for you. I hope it's for you, and I hope whatever it, even if it's a, even if it's like a bad hope, I guess I hope it's for you. Maybe I don't. I guess I just hope that I'll believe in myself, so I try to put it onto you. What a crazy experience life is. Uh, ah, blah, blah. I'm at this parking garage, dude, and this parking garage is fucking so packed. And it's just everyone going to fucking Disneyland. Or like I guess arriving to wait, no, I guess it wouldn't drive here. But like just seeing how packed it is and how many people have like Mickey Mouse backpacks and how many people are going to fucking Disneyland today is wild. Bobby, it's a huge place. No, I know. I'm just like someone set that up. One day a guy was just like, what if I made a mouse cues fuck? And then that same guy was like, what if I was also anti-semantic? I always think of it, that SNL says, like, I heard he was anti-semantic. Um, or Semitic. I don't know how to say. I don't. Is it weird that I don't know how to say the correct way to say if someone's racist? Is that can't be racist? That's just me being an idiot. I would say. I'd say that's just Bob being an idiot. I'll just say that's Bob being an idiot, isn't it? God, I'm so glad I didn't fucking hurt anybody when I dropped that. That was bad news, Bears, for real. God, nothing in the right side of my head works. Huh? Oh, that didn't feel good. And my fucking nose is getting bloody. Bobby, we don't give a fuck. I know I'm at the end of the pod. I'm just kind of trying to fill time because I got to go back in there and eat the most expensive meal. Because I did bring. I no, maybe I'll try that. I brought protein and stuff. Maybe I'll try protein and just put it in a shake and just drink that because I brought it. But I'm so hungry. That's the thing they don't tell you about when you're poor is how hungry you're going to be whenever you go places. And then you'll have friends that'll just be like, we're eating out. And you're like, fucking, I'm eating out too. And then you get like the check and you're like, oh, I don't think I can have friends. No broke boys, no new friends. That song is about pop. This plane's landing or coming right for me. Dude, just fucking come right for me. I want to be like the Joker in the fucking first Batman and just the Jack Nicholson one. Fucking pull a big antenna out of my fucking trousers. No broke boys, no jokers. Bobby, sounds like you've just been listening to babe music. I have. I've been rocking sad music, babe music. I've been feeling it all. I've been letting my emotions run right through me. I'm not sure what you do with them, but if you bottle them up, good luck with that. Good luck with that carbonation because you'll fucking set that on a ledge and it'll fall off the fucking edge of this. Ugh. I hit a guy in his bald spot. It comes back. We've never tried that. When I was a kid, I would think about that all the time. People were like, we don't know how to like cure cancer or something like that. And I'd be like, what if it's riding bikes with me? What if it's let me teach you how to do a bar spin? Bob, you can't do a bar spin. I know, I tried, and the bar hit me so hard in the nuts that every once in a while I still feel like I should have a longer penis. But I think it got fucked up on and stunted by my growth because of a bar spin. All right. All right. We've had fun. It's a beautiful day here. That's the tower. I don't know if the whole time I've been setting this up, I was like, I hope they don't think I'm doing anything crazy because I'm setting up a tripod. I'm getting angles right. I'm putting a hat on and sunglasses. I just wanted everything to look copacetic. And luckily it did. Luckily, someone from that tower didn't just fucking take me out. You killed Bob. Everybody is upset. No, they're not. Everybody is so sad. Yeah, everybody misses Bobby. Dude, I've been seeing people who I guess around the holidays have taken a trip. We'll say for the podcast that needs to get more views, so we'll be safe. We'll say the whoopee for, but yeah, and then people will make posts and they'll be like, I just thought so much, and you just kind of see the same post, and I was like, I'm really glad no one got to make those posts for me. I'm really glad no one. He really meant a lot, dude. I remember when I would sign up for Mike, sometimes he would be like, dude, I'll fucking vouch for you. And then as soon as I get fucking past at the club, I won't have to talk to Bobby ever again. Bob, that can't be true. No, I'm being facetious. It's a podcast. But it really happens. It really does. Really, really. I had a guy reach out to me the other day. I haven't talked to him in a while. And it was weird because I haven't talked to him in so long. He gave me advice that I did not ask for about life, even though he's one of the saddest motherfuckers I've ever met in my life. And that guy, when we were younger, we were like buddies, and he wasn't that funny. He had like the same act, but we were always nice because we're friends. I care about being your friend. I don't give a fuck if you're not funny. That'd be like not liking you if you weren't good at guitar if we played music together. Like, that doesn't fucking make any sense. So this guy's not funny. And then he quits comedy for years and then reaches out to me. And I'm like, hey, what's going on or whatever? And then he's like, I'll tell you what you should do. And I'm like, oh, okay. Thank you for the advice. Thank you for the life advice. I really do appreciate that. But that same guy, I was walking outside once and me and him were saying what's up because I thought we were friends. And I walked out and he was in a group of people making fun of me. Like everyone stopped talking. Their eyes got big. He turned around and he goes, oh, no. God, is there anything worse? I've done that too. Not that, but I'm more of like I texted the wrong person of pic of Bob and his song. Ooh, Bobby, you just sent that to your mom. Now she knows what you look like inside a song right now. Mom, please don't open that image. I know it opens all on its own. I'm just hoping you had to grab your readers and squint. And in that time, the text popped up. And I made so many others pop up that you did not see my butt. Because you are my mind. You shouldn't see your adult kid's butt. Anyways, that's the pod. I love you and you love me. And we're a happy family. I'll talk to you in 2026. Ah! Yo! Wow, my phone.